online haircut.
What's up, guys? It's the Avenues podcast, back with episode 181. Today, we're back in the studio. I'm back in the studio for the first time since summer, so it's been a while.
So loud. I gotta stop touching this, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm with Colin, and yeah, it's nice to be back in the studio. So let's just get straight into this episode. So, Colin, do you want to start us off with your topics?
Yeah, I gotta. Do you have your topics pulled up?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Can you do that? Because I still have to pull mine up. I'm not prepared.
Okay, that's all right. I'll start us off. So, firstly, I want to discuss Shohei Ohtani's $700 million contract. So, basically, Shohei Ohtani, if you don't know, one of the best baseball players in the world. Previously, he was playing for the Anaheim Angels, and now he just signed a 10-year contract for $700 million. And basically, something that's very interesting with his contract is he's deferring $680 million until after the 10-year deal ends. So basically, what he's doing is he's taking $2 million each year for 10 years and then deferring the rest. And so I don't know if he's actually publicly stated a reason for this, but I think it's just because he doesn't want to overspend and he wants to, make sure that this money's going to, something that's actually going to
That's good.
benefit in the future. So let's see what it says here. I was looking into it, doing some calculations, and I figured that if I can defer as much money as I can, that's going to help the collective bargaining tax. That's going to help the Dodgers and me be able to sign better players and make a better team, he said. I feel like it was worth it, and I was willing to go in that direction. That's why I made that choice. So I guess it just helps the Dodgers be able to sign more players, because I guess it's like the salary cap or maybe just signing and stuff. So that's definitely an interesting way of doing that. I feel like in different leagues you don't really have that same sort of issue with contracts and signing in the same extent, as in if you defer a contract you can sign better players. I don't really understand how that works, but I think it's interesting.
not in the MLB, but I kind of understand it in MLS. It's definitely gonna be different though.
Yeah, but what do you think overall? Do you think it's a good move, bad move?
That's a lot of money. I wonder if he's worth that. I saw a comparison. That's more than LeBron's making.
He's now one of the. Last time I checked, he was the top. He's one of the top 10 players, the highest paid players of all time ever in any sport. So I think, it's definitely.
Well,
Ronaldo and Messi are at the top, but.
Yeah, Dodgers being one of the biggest teams in the league. I think that it's a good thing he's got that they got him, but it's cool to see it's not fucking Saudi's money, oil money.
Yeah.
It's good to see that, but good for him. Good move. He's staying in California. That's cool. Japanese guy, plays for the national team. Seems like a chill dude, but yeah, that's crazy.
If you were given that much money, would you defer it or would you just take it straight up? What would you do?
I don't have enough knowledge on the subject to say. I'd
I
have to really look into it like him, and then weigh out my options to see is it worth it, is it not?
I think it's kind of smart because you see a lot of guys sign big contracts, right? Or even just young rookies sign their first contract, they blow a lot of money. From what I gather from him, he's not that sort of guy, right? He's comes from Japan, very humble, and I think just sort of.
I don't even think he speaks English.
Yeah, I think he's got very little English.
Yeah.
He's pretty.
That's interesting.
Pretty new to the language, but from what I can, what I know about him is that he's pretty humble guy, and I think he's not going out there to buy flashy Rolexes and Lamborghinis, right? He's just there to play the sport he loves and contribute to the team. So I think him in his circumstance, not only the financial aspect, I think obviously he's got 10 million for he's got 20 million, $2 million each year for whatever 10 years, whatever, and then he gets 680 million. But if you're given that much money, what do you do with it? I guess I would invest, but with that much money too, it's
I would do a lot of stupid shit. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and you're you have so much money, you could blow your money millions of dollars and still have hundreds and millions left.
His kids are definitely good. His grandkids are probably good.
He's got the generational wealth, this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of all I had for the Shohei Ohtani thing. I just thought it was really interesting, that contract, and like deferring it too. I think it's an interesting decision, but
Interesting move, yes.
I kind of understand where he comes from. So
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to spend all that at once, dude. Imagine.
yeah,
I don't think there's anything in the world you need that much money for.
yeah,
Well, I guess if he's getting 2 million, then it's like, okay, yeah, he just literally cannot. Like, you can spend 2 mil on something,
yeah,
but with the rest, you can't. Like, you just be spending multiple things, multiple stuff, multiple whatever. It's like, you can definitely get caught up with it, I feel like.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you wanna?
Take over the show here?
Yeah.
Sure. So, this happened this week in the Super League in Turkey. The president of Ankaragusu, sorry, I don't speak Turkish, ran onto the pitch and struck referee Holly Umet Miller at the end of a match. So, they were tied 1-1, two teams in the Super League. So Farok, I think that's how you're saying his name, Kosa, I don't know, both names are hard to pronounce. The president of one of the teams came down and punched the ref in the face. He got like a swollen eye, and as a result, all games in the Turkish Football League have now been suspended indefinitely. Because this is big, like, this definitely shook the country and shook the community.
Yeah.
And they were tied 1-1. Well, they conceded a 97th minute equalizer to draw the game 1-1. And even the fans invaded the pitch to kick and assault the referee out of there. Crazy that there's no security there. That's my biggest question. Like, where's security at?
Yeah.
What is security doing? And man, that really shows, because when this shit happens, the fact that the president of one of the clubs came down and did that, he must have been rushing from at the very top of the stadium.
Yeah, like that.
I'm gonna go down there, and then like that's weird. That's so
presidents, weird. Like, I've usually, like, at least in NHL and like most other sports, they're pretty separated. Like, they're sitting in the box office, right?
So he would have had to travel.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
He must have been pissed.
I'm going down there.
Yeah, I'm going down and take care of that myself, right?
And the fact he got down there within the final whistle as well is weird, because it would have gone until, even if, let's say it go to 100 minutes, you got to be down there in 3 minutes. That's not easy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, maybe that guy's like really good at running, or the ref, for whatever reason, is giving 20 minutes of extra time or whatever the hell it was. So the Super League's not taking this lightly. They've suspended all games for now. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Wow.
But crazy news from this week.
Yeah. So how many teams are in the Super League? Like,
I don't know. I can only name a few, but I know it's a good amount.
So, like, what do you think of that? Like, you're suspending the whole league just from one match. Like,
I think that's honestly appropriate, because they gotta question their security. Because it does, at that point, it doesn't just affect those two teams; it's affecting the whole league.
I agree.
Because the security mandate is not just for those two teams; it's for the whole league.
Yeah.
So, I think it's appropriate, and I think they're making a good call. I think they're gonna evaluate the situation and go from there. And I think from that point on, then it will determine, okay, what do we have to do? What steps need to be in place? Here's what we're gonna do going forward. And depending on what they decide on that, could be good, could be bad. I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, but also, like, if it's security reasons, which obviously makes sense, is it not also the arena security? Because, like, I know you have, like, whatever league, you have the league, that you also have, like, the stadium security.
Mm-hmm.
But whose fault is it at that point? Like,
yeah, that's a question I have as well. But I think, so security is assigned to stadiums, at least here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
because if that was the case, why would, like, a club from the opposite side of the country have security go to the other end? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, but the security protocols are from the league.
Mm-hmm.
The stadium doesn't make that, I don't think.
But the stadium has people.
They provide the security, yeah.
But that's more like, I feel like that's more like ticket and, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
with
for
that
sure.
Stuff.
So, but it could be the stadium's fault if they didn't comply to the rules. If they were, let's say you're supposed to have 4 security guards, obviously not. Let's say you have 4 security guards and they have like 2.
Yeah.
Then they're probably gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's why they're taking the time to assess and then see, like, what's going on.
I think that's smart. Like,
so that's why, I think the time off is good for the whole league.
Did they say how long it would be off?
No.
Or? That's tough, especially if you're a team in there. He's doing well. Like, ready to get back out there. And
Or if
win
you're
some
at a good,
games.
like you're on a roll,
Exactly.
could wreck the streak. But also it could be good for bad teams to like get practice in.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
You know, reevaluate, maybe
Yeah.
switch up some lineup or, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
And I don't think it's just for him to do that though. Either way.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't watch the game. Can't say. Maybe
Yeah.
he deserved it, but I don't know. Like it could have been like bullshit. I don't know. I'm not gonna say, but like
Yeah.
in most cases, in most situations, I would not say that this is like just.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine it where it is just. I mean, the ref would have to do something really bad.
Yeah.
For the president of one of the clubs to come rushing down and go
Yeah.
sock him in the face.
In my
Uh,
opinion, like the president, in my opinion, is always like separated, right? Like I feel like when you think of like a team, like for example, if I'm thinking of the Canucks, I'm not thinking of the president. I'm not thinking of Aquilini. I'm not thinking of the owners. I'm just thinking about like the coach, the players, right? Maybe some of the coaching staff. But like you don't really necessarily think about presidents. I feel like generally,
Yeah.
and so I feel like for him to make that decision and step in and influence the game like that is pretty.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Doesn't happen
it's
either.
weird. Yeah,
Not
it's
something you
definitely a difficult situation for the league to.
I wonder
like,
what's gonna happen with him.
Yeah, does he get what happens? Because now he owns a team, right? So does he get like, you can't really get fired, but like, can you? Because he owns it. I don't know.
Is he to blame? It's so much stuff they gotta consider.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, tough
but
call.
yeah, I hope that they can figure that out. Hopefully the games resume pretty soon because that's that is a tough situation.
Yeah, this is yeah, I mean people are just like in the comments are saying like relegate the club.
Yeah.
Yo, it's not the club's fault, guys. It's not the fan. Like, yo, don't do that to the fans. People are like send them to prison. Awful, no place for it. But as a right hook, top drawer connection. Now ban him for life. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
It's tough, for sure.
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess I'll go into my next topic here. So tonight, Thursday,
Canucks are playing.
December 14th, tonight, as
Panthers,
in
right?
recording. Yeah, the Canucks are playing the Panthers, and basically his name is going in the Ring of Honor. So at Rogers Arena, we have like there's like kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a bowl almost at the top,
Yeah.
and it's basically got like a bunch of old players,
jerseys.
the jerseys and the
names.
rafters, and then also like the names of people in this ring.
Mm-hmm.
People who've contributed to the team and like just legends. So Luongo's name is going to be there, and his jersey will be retired. So
Rightfully so.
yeah, he was an incredible goalie, and I think is well deserved. He's like one of the most influential Canucks, I would say, like one of the biggest contributors, and overall like a great player and a great person. So I think definitely worthy of getting his number retired. And yeah, he also contributed a lot to the Florida Panthers. I don't know how long he was there for total, but
I think he was there more than the Canucks.
really,
Because he went back and retired there.
yeah, because he ended his career there.
Yeah.
So, so I don't know what happens there, but the Canucks, like when I see Luongo, obviously as a Canucks fan, I just see him as a Canuck. But yeah, I think it's really great that he's getting his number retired, and just overall a great player. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. W. Luongo. I mean, I was saying it before off camera. He's had like rough seasons where he was like pretty shit, but most of his seasons he was really good.
Yeah.
And he seems like such a cool guy. Like on behind the scenes, the Canucks did some like footage of like they released this week of him like in Vancouver, during his time in Vancouver for the Canucks. He just seems like, I don't know, pretty chill.
Yeah, like great guy overall. Yeah, another thing that's like interesting is like Luongo was like a goalie, or not a goalie, obviously a goalie, but he's the captain of the Canucks, which is like, it's pretty crazy for a goalie to become the captain of a hockey team. Like you don't usually see that. It just kind of like it's like a testament to how good he was, as well as like all of his accolades, like competing with the Canadians men's team and winning gold with that team as well. So obviously just a great player, and it's cool. I love how the Canucks did it, like as we're playing Florida, so also kind of paying tribute to his time in Florida and
That's
acknowledging that, but also acknowledging his time in Vancouver.
Him
And
as
then-
a person, as a player.
Exactly, and bringing them together and just
Pretty
celebrating him. So Yeah, the thing on their social media is called like the week of one. So they've been like displaying. It had like all of his helmets and stuff throughout the year, all his gear, pads, and all that. A bunch of his stats. They just had like videos of him on the team and like in the dressing room and stuff. So, yeah, just really cool. And I think it's a really good thing that they're doing. So,
Yeah, I think so too. Shout out Luongo.
shout out Lou, bro.
Mhm.
What a guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move on to my topic. I got a copper drop Christmas one. I'm going to save that for after.
Yeah.
I'm going to move into discussion topic. So, this week I have got or will get in the current state of time, have got my wisdom teeth removed. As of recording, I'm getting it removed tomorrow. All 4.
Wow.
So most of them have come in. I think maybe one's still coming in, and then one maybe not. It's hard to tell. They're so far back there, I can't like put my tongue up there.
Yeah.
But they've came in fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it right now. But the reason I'm getting removed is because there could be problems in the future.
Yeah.
So as a precaution, getting rid of that. Also, there could be infection. There's like a big gap with like between the gums and the teeth, so it's like food will get stuck in there. And
Not good.
the dentist literally told me, I don't care how good you are at brushing your teeth, like it's gonna get stuck in there, and like that's how cavities form, infection, all that stuff. We're gonna avoid that. I'm pretty good with my teeth, like dental hygiene wise. I'm really good. I haven't had a cavity in a long time. I floss, brush my teeth, wear the retainer. Like I'm perfect with everything, and that's not me bragging. Like I'm saying like I'm pretty good. And then I was telling some people, like, so I got this date for my wisdom teeth to be taken out about 2 or 3 months before the date was scheduled. I went in, got a consultation. They're like, okay, here's what we'll do, and then booked the date 3 months ago. About that, maybe 2. And I didn't really care. Like I kind of knew that, like throughout my life, I was like, yeah, I'll probably have to get my wisdom teeth taken out. Most people do. If not, great. But if so, like, okay, whatever, right? We'll deal with it. And then when I had the dentist, I went to the dentist in the summer, and they're saying to me, you'll probably have to get them removed. But they're not sure. They're dentists. They're not like a, what is it called? Oral surgeon or whatever. So they referred me. I went to someone that we've dealt with before, gone through the same process, and really cool people that I'm dealing with, and they're helping me out. Really cool. It's when I had that happen, they're like, yeah, you should get them removed, like for precaution. You don't have to, but you know, it's good to do that. And I was honestly, to be honest, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like I was pretty, at the time I was like, okay, like, yeah, I knew, you know, I probably had to get them out. It's pretty natural. Most people do. I'm going under anesthesia, which by the way was an option. They literally told me, so they were telling, one of the things they were talking to me about was, you can either have anesthesia, you'll be put to sleep, and you don't have to deal with it, and you'll wake up, and you'll be super quick. Typically, it takes between 40 minutes to 90 minutes, depending on how bad it is. I think mine will be around 40 because mine are like pretty good. They're not like, some people are really fucked up because it's like under their molars and stuff. You know how it grows like sideways?
Yeah.
Mine grew fine, so I don't think it'll be that hard. So I think it'll be probably on the shorter end, but I'm just using logic. I don't really know. But regardless, they said, okay, you don't need anesthesia. We will, you know, just like freeze your mouth, and you won't feel anything, but you will feel you won't feel pain, but you'll still feel it.
Yeah.
Like you'll still feel that experience. And he's like, I don't care what you do. Like, it's totally up to you. But he's like, some people, they find that really uncomfortable. Like feeling their teeth getting removed. Yeah, you're not in pain, but the sensation of it, the texture of it, like it's just very off-putting. He said most of my patients have had that where they've complained like, yeah, I didn't like that. Like it feels really like weird, just like, and it's just you're off put by that. It's not a good feeling because you know you're getting your teeth pulled out. So I thought about it, and I was like, okay. Last time I was put to sleep from a procedure was when I broke my wrist. And I talked about it on here before. I had a really bad time with that. I had so much anxiety, and I was just like really upset by it. because I took ketamine, and that really fucked me up. Like, we talked about it with you as well, but for me, like, that was the weirdest experience of my life, hands down, and I would never want to experience it again. And I have a lot of, like, anxiety associated with how I was feeling. So my thought process is like, okay, they're putting an IV in my arm now, or my hand, wherever. Before COVID, I was actually very scared of needles. The thought of it jabbing your skin and injecting you, like, I couldn't even say that sentence 3 years ago without, like, getting uncomfortable. But now I can say that because I've had, the shots in grade 10.
Yeah.
I had COVID vaccines over and over again. I had the IV in my arm when I was in, like, grade 9, and they had to do it 3 times. And I remember the first time it was like, okay, that's not bad. Second time I was like, oh, that kind of hurt. Third time, because they kept missing the vein. The third time it was like, fuck, that hurt. And then thank God they stopped. So honestly, like, yeah, I faced that fear. That's not bad anymore. Obviously, it sucks. I don't like that feeling. Like, I don't think anyone would enjoy that unless you're, like, a junkie. Shout out to you. But I don't think it's going to be that bad, that part. But the fact that I'm being put to sleep, you're just waiting to be put to sleep. That will give me anxiety.
Really?
Okay, because falling asleep to me is, like, a scary thing, because I dream a lot, and a lot of my dreams I don't like. And not only that, but it's like you're so vulnerable. People, when you're sleeping, can do anything. What if someone breaks in your house? Like, it's an irrational fear. I'm not scared of sleeping. I don't want you guys to think that, but it's just like a fear of, like, in general.
What could happen?
Yeah. So the anesthesia, like, the fact that I remember the hospital, they told me in grade 9, they were like, okay, you're not going to remember anything past this moment. And that's the last thing I remember.
Yeah.
And they didn't count down. Dude, if they counted down.
They counted down for me.
That's so fucking, like, scary, dude. That's like, I would not be able to do with that. Because it's like you're waiting to just. Dude. Like, 10, 9. Yeah. It's like, dude, oh, fuck. Like, I really hope they don't do that.
They did that for me. And I was, like, nervous. I was like, wait, what if I feel it? Like, what if they get to 0 and I'm still awake? Right? I was, like, stressing. Yeah. And I'm, like, I'm in the operating room. I'm still awake. And they go 10, 9. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, what if it doesn't go 3? And I think I got to 5. And then I just, like, I was out.
Yeah. And, I had, like, so many symptoms of ketamine. Like, I couldn't open my eyes. And one symptom people get when they're on ketamine is your track of time is so messed up. I asked about 5 times, what time is it? What time is it? And my hearing was really messed up because, oh my God, I just remember. It was just a really bad trip. I remember it didn't feel like I was talking. It felt like I was hearing myself talking, which is really weird. And I couldn't see anything because I couldn't open my eyes because it like, I hurt. Like, it was literally like, it was like I was trying to bench, like, 200 pounds. Like, it's just not working. Like, you just can't get it up. Yeah. The same reason I can't get my eyes open. So I couldn't see anything. And I was talking, but it sounded like I was hearing myself through, like, a dream or, like, a hallucination. It was very, very weird. And so that part, and I kept asking, like, over and over again, what time is it? What time is it? And the reason I kept asking is because my brain was just in a different world. Like, I was just not able to function properly. So I kept asking, what time is it? Like, and the procedure was only 15 minutes, and I thought, like, 3 hours went by. Yeah. That's why, like, the whole reason I'm saying this is because this was a very bad experience for me, and the fact that, like, I'm going under anesthesia again wouldn't be good. They would have given me ketamine, and I talked to them about it, and I was able to get them to not give me ketamine. They said that's totally fine. Like, a lot of people had a bad trip from ketamine, and they didn't walk me through it, but they kind of had, like, a little, like, therapy session with me when it comes to ketamine, because I was telling them my issue with it, my bad experience with it, and they were able to kind of bring me back into the moment of that day where I had it, because they were saying, you're not the only one. Like, a lot of people are in the same boat as you. The guy was like, for me, my daughter had it, and she was like, it was so much fun. And he's like, if I was your mom, I'd be happy, saying, like, I don't like it. Because I'm just not that guy. Like, I'm not a druggie or whatever, which is a great trait to have. It's not wrong. So they pretty much, like, okay, we won't give you ketamine, no problem. Doesn't do anything at all. It literally is just there to help you cope. Yeah. So they're just giving me anesthesia. So I'm going to fall asleep. They're going to cut off the anesthesia. I'm going to wake up, get sent away. My biggest concern is not that anything goes wrong. You know, these guys do this shit like every day. And it's just like, I'm not concerned of like, oh, what if this happens? I remember I watched Facebook a year ago. He had they thought he had a stomach ulcer because he was eating a bunch of spicy shit. That's when he was doing like the one chip. And also he had a lot of stress. So they thought, okay, maybe you have a stomach ulcer because he had stomach problems. What they did was they put a tube down his neck with a camera into his stomach. He said that he was asleep. They put him on anesthesia, and he actually woke up during the procedure, and he said it felt so weird. He said he was like, I remember he was vlogging before, trying to share his thoughts to like kind of like get rid of anxiety, talking to the camera, which makes sense. That's what I'm doing right now. But he was saying like, you know, one of the rules of getting surgery, the day before the surgery, don't watch videos of it, which is true, because you'll get fucking stressed. And I can definitely not relate, but I definitely see what he means now. You know, the day before, I would not want to do that. But he was pretty much saying he was just up all night watching videos of it, which he's like, he didn't like. But he was like on Reddit and stuff, and people were saying, sending him stuff like, oh, it's not that bad. You know, I've had it. You have nothing to worry about. And that makes him feel better, which is cool. And overall, he was like, yeah, they were right. Like, it wasn't that bad. But when I woke up during it, he said he felt it in his throat and he felt it in his stomach. Oh. But he said it wasn't painful. He just said it felt really weird.
Yeah, like off-putting.
And he said he was coughing because he said it felt like he couldn't breathe for a second. And he was just breathing through his nose. But he woke up and he was just like, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? And there's like, okay, we're almost done. Hold on. We're almost done. And he just fell back asleep again. That's very rare for you to wake up during anesthesia. Mm-hmm. That's like, I'm not nervous about that. Like, that's very rare. I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about the procedure. I think everything will go fine. My teeth aren't in crazy bad condition. Like, it's pretty simple. Take them out, take the roots out, done. My biggest concern out of all this, and this is what gets me, like, pretty anxious, is the unknown pain. Like, I don't know what it's going to be like for me after that. Like, I know I'm going to be in pain, and I know I'm going to, like, struggle. But, I don't think it will be too bad from what everyone's saying, but I think it's just like that, like looming anxiety of like, yo, I haven't experienced this, like I'm nervous, I don't know what to expect, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my process through it. And you know, I said at the beginning of this, at first I was like, okay, it's pretty common, people have this all the time, whatever. It's the day before, and I'm feeling it. It's like, yo, you don't realize like till you get to that point. I'm going to try to like go in there with like a I don't give a fuck attitude. It is what it is, cuz that's the reality of it as well. Yeah. So not only am I putting on this facade, but I'm like being like legit in that sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to go in there freaking out. I'll try not to. I'll be in pain after. I'll probably be really tired. We'll deal with it then. I mean, you can't really do anything up until the point where you get removed. I'm just super scared about that feeling of like what it's going to feel like in the recovery. That I'm anxious about, and that's what troubles me right now. But I cannot eat till basically I have a few hours left until I could eat. I have till midnight tonight, then I have to stop eating. I cannot eat until after, which I can't even like really eat. Like, you gotta be careful, it could get infected and all that stuff. But yeah, till I have till midnight, and then I could eat. So after the studio here, I'm gonna have dinner. I had a big snack after school, and then I'm going to eat dinner, and that's it. Then I'll be done until whenever I can eat again. So that's, another thing, like, you know, the unknown is scary. Because everything that's not unknown, like procedure and all that, I don't really care. I'll be asleep. But also I have, like, PTSD about the last time I was put to sleep. Yeah. I just gotta power through it. That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. I think it's like the more you think about it, like you start to stress about it, and like rationalize stuff. But like if you just kind of go in there
with like a don't give a fuck attitude. Yeah, like because that's what it is. Like I said, like it doesn't really.
Like what are you gonna do, right? Like it's like you're gonna go under anyways, regardless. You know you're not gonna feel it. You'll wake up and you'll just be like
with gauze in my mouth.
Exactly.
They said it's like you'll be in a really good sleep. Like they say that their patients like they wake up because they wake them up. Okay, you're done. And then they will fall back asleep. Really? Like, they are so tired. They said it's like really good. Also, one thing I gotta remember to record. Like
Yeah.
even me like I'm not gonna be like high. Like I'm not gonna be like those people on like YouTube. But I'm gonna I wanna press record because the doctor said you won't remember anything like from because you'll be asleep. But not only that, but he's like sometimes people leave my office and they don't remember leaving the office.
Really?
So I want to record because if I don't remember that, that's one thing. That's why I don't take drugs. That's why I don't get drunk, all this shit, because I like to have my mind in control.
Yeah.
That's another scary thing. So like I want to record so I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't remember, then I'm there to record. Even if it's just in my pocket, just the audio.
Yeah.
Like I want to try to remember as much as I can. I don't know if I'll do that like first thing out of the chair. Oh,
yeah.
like,
I need to record.
no,
yeah.
I don't think I will. But yeah, regardless, I'll try to like deal with that. It's another scary thing. So I will be very tired. I know that. Maybe get some G Fuel, some Chug Rug. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do any caffeine or anything. I just want to. Yeah, I'll see. But
just rest, let it heal, recover.
Yeah. So fun weekend for me, guys.
Yeah.
By the time you're seeing this, like hi future me. I hope you're good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll definitely have to be doing something. Like I'll do thumbnail or editing.
Yeah.
During my post surgery, because I'll still be recovering as of time of upload. So okay, it's not like I completely relax. I gotta still work. I gotta still do the podcast. But yeah, that'll be interesting.
What time is do you miss school tomorrow? Or is it after?
Yeah, it's at 10 a.m. So I can't eat at night, and I can't even drink water.
Yikes.
Another fear is like my stomach, like I'll get I really hope I don't get stomach pain. It's pretty early in the morning, so I'm not too concerned.
Yeah.
But if it was in the afternoon, dude, I'd be scared because my stomach, I'll be in pain. Like I'll be in pain.
Yeah.
It could be hard to walk. Like I've had stomach pain that's really bad, but let's just hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
And so I'll wake up. Normally I'm not that hungry in the morning anyway, so. And then after the procedure, I probably won't be hungry because I'll just be so focused on other shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't even drink water. Like you wake up in the morning, you're probably thirsty. Like after midnight, I can't. Like if I wake up at 3 a.m., I can't drink water. You know how sometimes you wake up, your throat's too. I can't do that, dude. And that's fucked. It's just it makes sense though. They don't want me regurgitating during the thing, which makes 100% sense, and I totally respect that. And I'm gonna apply by the rules. It's just hard. It's gonna be. I never gone through a surgery before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be that.
Of, right?
Yeah. I don't think it'll be that bad, but
yeah.
Most people are just few days of pain. That was it.
Yeah.
So
I've had friends that had it. One of my friends, two of my friends in the past couple months actually this year. And so one of the friends, he got anesthesia, got put under, whatever. And then my other friend had the same option, or the other option, which is just you get numbed and they just do it, whatever.
While you're there.
And the first guy, the only thing that you could really tell is that their face swelled a lot. The guy went under, his face swelled a little bit. You could couldn't really tell that much, a little bit. But the one guy that I saw got it and he didn't get put under, his face was like a balloon. We were making fun of him because this guy his head just went it looked like he was it looks like he'd gained 20 pounds. His face was just so much bigger.
I would have fun with that.
It was so fun. Everyone's making fun of him and in good fun. We weren't making him all sad, but we were just poking fun at him. So I think the only thing you really have to worry about is you'll probably get a little swelling here and there, but
I'm not gonna be at school to
exactly. You're not gonna. You'll be at home. You'll be resting. Chilling.
Yeah,
so
you guys won't see it because even then, a few less than a week after, we'll be here again, and then I'm gonna
you'll be fine, right?
I don't see how I would not be. So
yeah,
good little discussion topic there.
Yeah. Do you have any other topics?
Yeah, I do. We got a Copper Drop Christmas edition. The reason I'm saying Christmas is because it's green and red. These are honestly one of the cleanest basketball shoes I've seen. These are basketball shoes. These are Kobe 6 Protron.
Ooh, okay. I think. Is there another picture? Or just the one?
The green laces.
Oh,
the red.
Yeah.
These are fire.
Those are hard.
If I got these, I would not keep the laces because it doesn't match. Cops all around.
All around, baby. Is Do you have anything else? Any other copper jar?
I don't know.
Gotta have one more. I guess we can pull something out.
Pull something Christmas related.
Oh my god, this is kind of a weird one, but what's it called? No, what the hell? I'm trying to find these like. Okay, bro, these are like. Okay, I can't. You might have to come here. I think I just flip it around. I don't know if it will. Okay, so Copper drop this store-bought Christmas icing sugar cookies. So these cookies, right? You know the ones from the store. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Yes.
These ones are like.
Save on.
Yeah, so you can have them anywhere. Like, but they're like.
True.
A lot of people are like. Some people hate them. Some people love them. And they're so like they have such a unique like taste.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty sick, but you can only have them like during the holidays or like it's not like a everyday.
Because they only make them for holidays. They make Easter ones, they make Halloween ones, Christmas ones.
And they taste like it tastes probably like
so unique.
Diabetes. Like you're gonna get fucking like so much sugar, but they're pretty good. I'd say Cop just for the holidays.
100% Cop. They're some of the best cookies that you can buy at the store.
Exactly. I know.
Like, okay, you take cookies that are made in a bakery, in a local bakery that are like super good. Like, those are top tier. You can't beat those. Like, special flavors, all that. When it comes to store bought, those are some of the best around.
Exactly.
100% Cop.
I know people that like don't like those. Like people say, "Oh, they're too sweet." Oh, they're.
Well, I see that too.
But I mean, I
got that sweet too. So yeah, it's definitely a Cop for me.
Yeah, Cop for me 100%. As well. So I guess is that all of our topics here?
Got nothing left.
All right, I guess we'll wrap it up here. So thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Go follow us on all of our platforms. They're linked in the description. And yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We'll see you in the next one.